How are we doing, folks? I hope we are all very, very well. Welcome to Sunday's hobby hangout. I was going to be doing some hobbying this evening anyway, and I thought it was a good time to do a little live stream on the channel. We've not had one for a few weeks, and a lot's happened since then. So, yeah, I just thought I'd do one. Just to say hi, really, touch bases, let you all know how everything's going and things like that. Get a bit of hobby done, have a chat, talk about what's going on in and around gaming at the moment. It's some quite exciting stuff on Middle Earth. A lot of 40k stuff been box sets and things been released. So yeah, we can pretty much chat about whatever you want to chat about. There are a few things. Most importantly is the draw for got all the names down and numbered. There were 74 entries on the draw to win the airbrush booth, which is awesome. And the good thing is the prize is here, it's ready to ship, so we'll name the winner tonight. If they're in the chat, fantastic. If not, I'll reach out to them on YouTube, because there are some very odd names, YouTube names. Like I've got a fella just called Sax. That's it. That's all I've got, Sax. So if you're in, fantastic. If you're not, I'll be contacting you through YouTube, but we'll come to that later on. So how are we all? There's a few in the chat already, which is fantastic. Thanks for joining us tonight. This is, you can probably see it. Look, if I go high, it cuts my head off. You see that? If you can let me know the sound is all right and everything, that'll be fantastic. The new light is on because I'll be painting, and it's lit very, very well, which is great for painting purposes. It's fantastic. Yeah, so this behind me is actually my hobby room, but this shelving setup is on that side of me. Look, I lose my arm. He's on that side of me, and behind me is the messy part of the man cave. So I just green screened it. I thought it would look good. I've just noticed you can see a little bit there, so I'm going to sort that out because, you know, why would I not? So I'm going to get rid of this. Watch this. That weird line. Boom. Gone. Smashed it. Be working for the BBC next. So yeah, how are we all? I'm going to jump in the chat and see who's in. I've got my iPad in front of me because my computer stuff's there and I don't want to keep looking off the side of the screen. So I've got my iPad in front of me. Let's have a look. Am I on live chat? I want to. Yeah, live chat's cool. Different Gear TV's in. How you doing, pal? Christian's in. Good to have you, Christian. It's been a while, mate. Glad to have you back. Niall Woods is in. My mate Jonathan Harrop is in. How you doing, my friend? Green Tree's in. How's it going, Green Tree? Dwelling's in. Reese is in. How's my weekend been? My weekend's been all right, you know. We got a new puppy this weekend, Maggie the Cavapoo, and I tried my hardest. I got outvoted when it come to choosing the kind of dog that we were getting. We had 18 months ago we lost our previous dog Buster, which was heartbreaking for me. And he was a Shar-Pei, and I loved him to bits. He was my best mate, and for a long time I couldn't come round to the fact of getting another dog. So we got a cat to try and fill that void for the kids having a pet. And cat, he's great. Henry's all right, but he's up his own ass. That's most cats are. They only want you when you won't feed him. It's not like having a dog. So even though the kids loved him, they did miss having a dog, and I was getting in the ear, we want another dog, we want another dog. So I caved in, and then I said, right, I'll only get another dog if it's a breed that I have a big say in, because it'll end up being me taking it out for walks, me picking up its mess, me doing everything, and I didn't want to be walking around with some little ball of fluff on the end of a lead. Plus, I wanted to play with it, and I like to rough play, get on the floor and roll around with them and things like that. So I was like, yeah. So they got me to agree to having a dog, and then when it comes to choosing the breed, they outvoted me again, and we got a Cavapoo. I tried my hardest not to fall in love with her, but to be honest, she's so cute. She is gorgeous, but she's a nightmare. She's ruined a belt of mine already. I was on the couch having a nap after my Sunday lunch, and she was up on the couch with me, and I woke up to hearing this sort of growling and munching, and she chewed the end off my belt. So yeah, she's in my bad books at the moment. But yeah, so I've had a busy weekend. We streamed on Friday with Damien, Battle Streams in Middle Earth. My things just froze there, so I'll just reset that. Which was a lot of fun. That's our fortnightly stream. If you're not aware of it, do go and check it out because it is fantastic. Let's have a look. Excellent. I don't know why that's saying I froze, because I've not froze on there. Anyway, I'll keep going. Is it alright? Is it frozen? Must have frozen for everybody else. That can't be right. This is not good, is it? Do let me know if it's frozen in the chat for you guys. That's very odd. That is weird. That is very weird. Froze on mine too, but I just closed and reopened it. It's all fine now. Maybe it's fine. I'll rejig that then and see how we do. Let's have a look. Bear with me a second, guys. Do apologise. Yeah, you're okay there. All right. Do you know what? I'm just going to carry on. It's froze at my end, but the chat's working. That's all I need. Please do let me know if it goes. Everything's saying it's fine. I've got a wide connection over this side of the man cave now, so it should be okay. So yeah. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, cats and dogs. So I fell in love with the dog, but she chewed my belt. She's in my bad books. Let's have a look. Who else is in? Sean's in. How you doing, Sean? And Ruth. Great to have you guys in. Craig Bass is in. Welcome, my friend. I seem to be back on now. All right, it's showing up on my screen. It's not on this one, but it's okay. People let me know the sound's good. That's good. This is a temporary mic at the moment, so I hope it's all right. I do have another mic set up, but I'm on like a different computer than my normal one, so I was doing all this at the last minute. Again, standard Steve's setup. But so it's a temporary mic, so it will be a lot better next time. I just wanted to get this bit working, which it seems to be, apart from the fact everything's frozen. Andy W's in, Andrew Pennington's in, Mrs. H. White is in. Welcome, Mrs. H. White. Angel's in. Hey, Angel. Angel is helping out Top Table now. She's kind of become Top Table Angel, really. That's got a bit of a ring to it. She's going to be looking after our Instagram and Twitter, and I am eternally grateful for that, because I haven't got a clue what I'm doing with those things. So please do go and check out the Instagram and Twitter accounts. If you're on those platforms, say hi to Angel, and please do. What is it you do on that? Is it follow? I don't know what you don't subscribe, do you? Follow and like or something. So if you do all that on Insta and Twitter, I'd be eternally grateful. Filippo's in. Filippo, my friend, that Radagast base makes me sick. If you've not seen Filippo's work, check that out on Top Table. If you search his name on the Top Table Facebook community group, which I'll come to in a moment, you'll see a lot of spectacular artwork that he does with miniatures. It blows my mind every time I see it, mate. You are a very, very, very talented chap indeed. Go and check that out. It's great to have you back. I know you've been away for a while, so it's good to have you back. Funnily enough, I think Filippo won the first painting competition that we did a couple of years ago, where Tommy Sewell was judging it with Galadriel. Galadriel was outstanding. Probably one of the best Galadriels I've ever seen painted at any scale. It was amazing, mate. Reese is saying hello to Johnny. People let me know it's frozen. Andrew Pennington, my dogs love cats. One for breakfast, one for dinner, one for supper. Well, to be fair, the cat has beat up the dog this evening. Give him a whack to the face, so the dog's kind of keeping his distance now. But my two kids and my missus was like, oh no. I was like, no, listen, there's a pecking order. They're in the wild now. This is how it. In the jungle, it's jungle rules. That's how it goes. Craig Bass is in. It's all right now, thank you. Simon's in. Evening, Steve. Evening, Simon. Good to have you. Johnny says, by the way, you should all go and check Reese's Instagram. Yeah, he's a top lad and a whiz with a brush, which he is. Really enjoy his work, SBG, and especially his Thousand Suns. Yeah, Reese is a bit of a machine when it comes to painting. He paints very, very quick, but the standout thing for me with Reese is he paints very, very quick, but very, very well. So yeah, go and check those out. Reese, if you post a link to your Instagram on the Facebook page, you have permission to do so, mate. It's not a problem at all. You've been with us from the beginning, so anything I can do to help push your Instagram, just let me know. Yeah, let's have a look. Andy W, okay here. Matt King, how you doing, Matt? Stephen Bonazin, Steve, not seen you for a while on any of the streams. I hope you're well, mate. Good to have you. Reese, yeah, Reese has just put a link. Well, he's put a name, so if you just copy and paste that name into Instagram, you'll find it. Oh, it's Helen. How are you doing, Helen? You sounded very formal, Mrs. H. White. Papa Party, hi guys. As I mentioned before, I played my first game a while back thanks to this channel. We only played a basic game with swords and bows. It was super fun, but it felt a bit boring just trying to kill each other after a while. Is there any very basic scenarios to play as a beginner? I think one of the objection grab scenarios, Domination, is a good one. Domination was my favourite scenario for many, many years. It's a great scenario, and it adds another aspect to your thought process when you're gaming, because you've got to keep control of these objectives, plus there is 5, I think Domination's 5 of them, so you've also got to split your force up to claim as many as you can, or claim enough to win, or to claim enough to have more than your opponent, should I say. So there's a lot more thought goes into it, so try Domination. It's a great scenario, but there's loads out there. Rather than, I mean, it's good to learn the rules, just setting up either side of a board and going at it. That's how we all start. But the real fun comes once you get them basic rules down. Is playing the scenarios and some custom scenarios that are out there as well. If you search for some, you'll find them. But the ones that are in the match play book, I do have it here somewhere. I did have. God knows where it is. Too many books. There it is actually. Let's have a look. So if you've not got this, I suggest you get it. It's a very nice small book, easy to slip into your army cases when you're going around, and it's got them all in it, all the scenarios you'll need, plus some double scenarios. It's got a nice way of formatting them. If you're playing, that helps TOs. But if you're playing, if you're going to spend a day at your friend's house or something when the world goes back to normal, and you knew you were going to play a number of games, it's nice to have a good mix. So it puts them into pools of the different types. So the ones that have got maelstrom, the ones that are objective grabbers, blah 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 blah, the ones where you need to protect your leader and all that. So I do suggest that. Check that out. But there's nothing in there, I think, other than the, correct me if I'm wrong, there's nothing in there other than the double scenarios, I think, that are not in the other books. I could be wrong about that. There might be some extras in there actually. But that's the match play. Check that out, mate. But yeah, it's good to have you on board. I'm going to put this back now, because if I don't put it back now, it'll be sat there for weeks. It's a great community. For me, it's the best. And well, I say this is just an open all. This stream is for any gaming, but Middle Earth community is the best community for me out there. The most friendly, the most welcoming. Get to some events when you can. Let's have a look. Have you got any room on those shelves for all the new Weta stuff? It's funny you say that. Literally down there is Gandalf Grey Pilgrim, which was released about 6 months ago. Still in a box. I need to make room for it. And I was very tempted by the Legolas and Gimli. But we'll have to see. We'll see what happens. How about you? Were you tempted by anything, Green Tree? I know you like a bit of your Weta stuff. I did get some prizes for future events in the Black Friday deal, because it makes sense for me to get them when they're cheaper for events upcoming. I've actually now got more Weta prizes than I have events coming up. Which is crazy, but good for me, and good for you guys who are attending. Let's have a look. Steve Honor says, cheers, all good, just working as normal. Glad to hear so many here are keeping well. Yes, we have been through an absolute stinker of a year. Doing these streams, the battle streams in Middle Earth, and doing the the other top table content, and being on the Facebook group and things like that. It's kept me going through some pretty grim times when you just sat in. You can't do anything. I'm not like a party animal. I don't go out a lot anyway. Probably once a month I'll go and have a night out or something like that with my pals. I eat out quite a lot though. I do like to eat out, live stream myself, but I don't like go out partying too much. So I didn't think it'd bother me that much, but I give me right leg to go and sit in a pub with no restrictions, relax, not thinking I'm going to catch COVID. You know, when things get back to normal, I can't wait just to go and sit in a pub, spend an afternoon in a pub with a few pals, having a drink, chewing the fat as they speak. I can't wait. It's going to be good. But I'll come to that again, something that I'm going to suggest for the new year in a moment. Let's have a look. It's weird doing it on an iPad. Andy says, hello, that makes 2 chalkies on the channel. Colm Brown, welcome, Colm. Can we just give Colm a bit of a round of applause? His army for, was it Armies on Parade, Colm? Just remind me. Got featured on the Warhammer community article, which is great. I think is that your second time on there? Sure, it was you, Colm, who'd been on there before, which is massive. I mean, it just shows the quality of your work, mate. Which, you know, I can say I've seen it firsthand, and it is top notch. I especially liked the Wraith looking for the hobbits, and I'm definitely going to steal that idea. I've been wanting an excuse to do that for a long time, and you beat me to it, so I'm going to steal it. But yeah, it's good to have you, Colm. Different Gear TV. How often do you have to dust them models and shelves? I don't dust them as often as I should. I let the dust build up, and then I'll spend an hour and a half shelf by shelf, taking everything off the shelf, dusting them, and I have like a no, they're not. Oh yeah, there's one. I have these brushes, these I don't know what they are, the makeup brushes. Angel will know what they are, and Mrs. H Chalk. I was going to call you Chalky. I'm not saying that, Mrs. H White. You guys will know what they are. I don't know what they are, but they're cool. They're super cool. I used to use them for my dry brushing before I got the AO stuff, but I still do use them on terrain. But I also use this one because it's still the one that's the cleanest to dust the models. So probably about once every 4 to 6 weeks, I'd say. It takes a long time. It's a pain, but I have thought about putting something on the front of them. But if I do that, I'm going to get reflections off the light when I film. So is what it is. Steve says, the Fools, it should be in that book. The Fools, it should be in that book. Does that mean he's laughing at me there, Steve? He's always laughing at me. I don't know what that is. Johnny's saying hi to Com. Papa Party, thanks man, really appreciate it. Is Domination in the rulebook? Yes, Domination was one of the original scenarios. It's a great one. Colm, Reese, and Johnny are all having a bit of man love in the chat. This is an Element Games Hangout. Do you know what? Any TTG stream should be an Element Games Hangout. It's the home of TTG. Reese is saying, missing everyone, can't wait for Element to open back up and get some games in. I'm with you there, brother. I've been strong this Black Friday, says Green Tree, and avoided temptation. You're a stronger man than me. Dwelling says, to be honest, Steve, you are keeping us going too. Thanks, man. You know what? It's a two-way street. It's a two-way street. If you guys didn't tune in, I was sat here talking to a GoPro on my own. It'd be a bit weird, wouldn't it? But yeah, it has given me things to look forward to at the end of the week, streaming and what have you. And I know we've not done it. I think the last live stream was a while ago. I think I did a test stream a couple of weeks ago with this setup, and then we went a bit dark for a bit. Went a bit quiet. But things, probably as you've seen on the channel, especially the 2 review videos are done, so I'm going to mix it up with the content. Because I'm getting stuff to film more in here, the lights, spray booth, things like that. I am going to do more review videos for things that you wouldn't normally have seen, so it's not always going to be miniatures or games. There will be reviews for products like that. Anything that I get, I'll do videos on, and you know what, it's going to be not going to be for everyone, but hopefully there'll be people like me who are starting out with YouTube and things like that, and they'll find them interesting, because I really struggled when we first started of what to get and things like that, and wasted a load of money on stuff that I didn't need. So yeah, I'll keep doing them, plus all the usual stuff. I have the first top table terrain school video half done. It's half filmed and half edited. I had to stop to let glue and stuff dry, and I was going to show you them, but I'd kind of give it away and that'd be a waste of time doing the video. And then I'm going to film the rest of the video, I think, the end of this week. I've got 2 weeks left in working, and then I finish for a month. I'm off work for a month, and I'm gonna film a shed load of content. I've got pages and pages of ideas of stuff to do, and it's just getting the time to come in here and do it. But yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So expect all the usual stuff, plus more, plus some other exciting stuff, which I've been chatting to a certain Mr. Jonathan Harrop about actually this evening. So don't give it away, Johnny. Steve says F for calm. F for calm. What's that mean? Steve wraps me up in knots. When he wraps me up in knots. He gets me caught up in my own things. I forget what I'm talking about. Yeah, Armies on Parade says Colm. I know it's your first time. I thought you'd been on something before, Colm. Have you won something then before? Something official to do with GW? I'm sure you have. Didn't you Wraith and Hobbits thing get on there? I thought it did. Will says foundation brushes. Yeah, they are. Yeah. Don't ask how I know that. I won't ask, mate. I'll say nothing. Chalky says she has no idea. She's not doing makeup. That was very presumptuous of me, wasn't it? I do apologise. Very presumptuous. That's like you presuming something on me, but to be honest, I probably do fit all the stereotypes, unfortunately. Will's saying blusher. Don't know. Angel saying it's too small for a blusher. It looks like a foundation brush. Well, there we go. Every day is a school day. Reese knows it's a foundation brush. I knew Reese would know. And then Angel says, although there are so many different types nowadays, I've got a big box. I'm pointing behind me like on them shelves, but it's not on them shelves. Behind that green screen, there is like a messy set of shelves with them cheap plastic B&Q things. It's full of boxes of bits, terrain stuff, and all sorts. But I've got a really useful box full of brushes. Every time I'm on Amazon or something, and they pop up, makeup brushes and the what they call cutting in brushes that decorators use and things like that. I use them a lot on terrain, so I always get them. Let's have a look. Steve says the fool instead of pools in the match play. Oh, did I say fool? Is that what I said? Sorry, apologise. Or are you calling me a fool? You're probably both right on both accounts, mate. Some makeup brushes make nice painting brushes, says Angel. Yes, they do. I use them a lot. Ben's in. How you doing, Ben? Good to have you. Ben's Hobbies. Good evening to you. If you are in the chat now and you have not seen Ben's channel, please do click his icon in the chat, and it should take you. But don't click it. Right click it and open it in another window. Don't leave the chat. And go and check him out. He's got some awesome videos, and you'll have seen him on the channel if you've been here before in previous videos, and he'll be back again. We'll be doing battle reports and things again, and having him on and hosting and things when the world gets back to normal. Everyone's saying hello to Ben. Where are we? Simon says, will you be painting in that month off? Yes, I have a huge. I'm supposed to be painting tonight. I'll have a go. I don't mind though. I don't mind. If you guys are on and we're chatting, that's all I'm bothered about. Filippo says, thank you for your kind words, dear friend. I spent too much time without my favourite hobby, and you cannot imagine how I missed following this kind of lovely live videos. Well, mate, it is a pleasure to have you, and if you ever find yourself going in a slump again where you're not painting, just get over on the group or in one of these, and we'll re-motivate you. No problem, because the Top Table group wouldn't be the same without your amazing work in it, mate, so keep on posting. Johnny saying hello to Ben. The dog paints his models, trust me. Yeah, I think they do as well. The Raven Hobbit one won a painting comp, but not a GW. I knew it won something, and well deserved as well, mate. Joe Achilles in. If you're looking for additional content ideas, I think doing army showcases are always interested and well received. Relatively easy to shoot and edit as a bonus. I do have a lot of armies. I've done. There are some army showcases on the channel from way back. In fact, I think didn't I do an I'm painting Orkai Scouts tonight, and I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, that I did do a video, because it was actually Colm who's in the chat from the Warhammer community fame. At the start of the year, Colm suggested starting up a slow grow in Element Games, which loads of people got involved in. I think there was about 40 people. I think there were so many anyway. You had to put it into groups of 4, and I know there was a load of groups. And that was at the start of the year before COVID hit and ruined everything. But I started an Isengard army, and the reason I started an Isengard army is because I've always liked Uruks. I've always had the army unpainted in blisters or in boxes or whatever, but never did anything with it, and it was a good opportunity to do so. And especially with War in Rohan coming out, it just felt it was on topic as well. So I started and really enjoyed it, and I'm still painting through it because I want to do a Lurtzy Scouts and Ugluk Scouts force. So I'm painting up some Scouts. I've got loads of the normal Urukai, fighting Urukai done. And yeah, it was a shame that happened, and I hope, Colin, you're up for picking it back up as soon as we return to normal, mate, because I was really enjoying it up until the world decided to mess us all up. Where are we? So yeah, anyway, what was I saying? I'm branching off. I'm sure there's an army showcase for my Isengard. If not, I'll do one. Steve, F4 in chat is to show respect. Ah, right, okay. Didn't know that. I'm not down with the kids. Not down with the kids. Steve, it's pools, and you said pools, but Gandalf's description of Pippin in Moria would be a great meme. Fair. Johnny says, I've spent a day building a narrative for my custom Necron dynasty. There's loads of Necrons at the minute. There's loads of people doing Necrons. I think Michael Haskell's doing, I don't know if he's in the chat, if you are, say hi, Michael. Michael Haskell's doing some Necrons. They're beautiful models. They are beautiful models. We'll say hello to Ben. And Johnny's also building his X-Wing squadron. Good man. I've started watching Mandalorian. I started watching it last night. I thought I'd watch the first episode because the reason I started watching it is because everyone's going on about it in the battle streams on Friday. Was it Friday? So I started. I thought I watched the first episode and ended up watching the four episodes last night. It was a late night. You got yourself a Void Dragon yet, John? I'm assuming that's Necron thing. Filippo says, "What model are you going to paint?" Couldn't see it. These are. I'm painting them. I want to paint these next because on the re-release of the War in Rohan stuff, the limited release, should I say, they released the metal Uruk Scouts again, and I purchased some more. I already had a load, but I purchased some more because I love them. But I've also got a load of plastic ones, which they're all right. They're not terrible, but they're not a patch on the metal ones. And I base coated them a long time ago, so I think I've got 2 wall bands of these. I say wall bands, you know what I mean? 24. Old school. I'm still old school. But I'm not going to let myself paint the new metal ones till I've painted these plastic ones that are base coated, because the temptation is just to paint the metal ones because they are a joy to paint as well. Guys, let me know in the chat what you lot are working on. But yeah, it's Filippo, so it's plastic Uruk Scouts, which I may be attempting to get some paint on tonight. I do have, let me show you, I do have, look, I've done this. Whether I'll get to use this is a different matter, but look, this is what I'm talking about. I'll just press this button here. Look, you see me painting. And the only thing is, if anyone knows anything about Streamlabs OBS, how do I get rid of this blur? If I hold it still, it's fine. But yeah, I'll be painting away. But not yet. I've been messing around with it all day trying to get rid of that blur, but I can't. I don't know how. Let's have a look. Where are we up to? Johnny says, not yet. Oh, he's replying to Reese. Not yet. I want to do a Nightbringer with some wacky OSL before I do Chrome Void Dragon. I'll be interested to see your OSL techniques, Johnny. It always looks awesome when people do it. Simon says, Steve, can you do some videos on your collection, mate? It looks impressive. Yes, eventually. I mean, that's what you can see in this image behind me is not even half of what I've got, which is a bit sickening, isn't it? I've got so much painted stuff, and I rarely play with most of it, which I need to change. I need to rectify. And I think after, I said this on a few times on battle streams, after a few months of not being able to go to events, even though I didn't go to many the year before. The fact that I can't go to any has really frustrated me, and I'm going to make a conscious effort to attend more events and support our TOs, especially the local lads, and try and get to the Warhammer World events as much as possible. I've really missed it. It's been too long. I can't wait to get there. Colm says, that sounds good. A tour of the man cave would be interesting. This side's fine. Like, here's fine. You don't want to see the other side. It is an absolute... I need to... While I'm off, I've said that I'm going to do it, so I need to repaint the ceiling, because the ceiling is still just bare plaster. So I'm going to paint the ceiling white to reflect the light, obviously. And then I need to put new flooring down. I really want to put carpet down, but because I'll be building terrain in here and stuff like that, it'd be a big mistake. So I'll probably put some vinyl down, I think. And then the other end I'm going to redo, because that's where I'm going to be making my boards and things like that. But there's going to be lots of videos on that coming. And I'm going to do some live stuff whilst I'm building, just to work away and hopefully get a lot of you guys who are interested in building terrain tuning in and building along, and we can give each other tips and tricks and things like that. So that'll be a lot of fun. But that's going to be over Christmas when I do that end. And then once I do that end, that's what I'll tell you what. I'll tell you now. I will do a tour of Steve's man cave once I've got the back end sorted and it doesn't look like a skip. So yeah. Simon says, Steve, can you also do a video on your Mirkwood force? My Thranduil's Halls, yes. It's probably my... Can you see them? I bet you can see them. They're actually on that shelf, but over there. Well, you can't see them where I'm pointing because of my arm. Oh, I've got that weird line there again. Let me get rid of that line. But yes, I can, no problem. It's probably one of my favourite forces, and I've been saying for ages that I want to repaint my Mirkwood Elves, because I got that army I bought when they first cost me a fortune in Finecast. Painted it, and it looked great at the time, but my painting has come on such a large amount since then. That was like probably about 3 years ago, I think, maybe longer. And I look at it now and I just think, oh god, I wish it looked better. So I do need to repaint it. Maybe I'll do the showcase then. Maybe I'll book that in for January or something like that. Who knows? Colm says, I'll pick it up again, good man. Hopefully by the spring it will be possible. Yeah, I'm thinking February, March, things will start returning to normal. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Reese is saying, yeah, that would look sweet, John. Would be tempted to use the Death Elemental from Creature Caster as the Nightbringer. And he says, yeah, that sounds dope. Dwellin says, tonight I'm attempted to model Dwellin's head for a conversion. I might do good stuff. I've not done any conversions for ages. I'll tell you what I did order today. I ordered some sculpting tools off Amazon, because I'm going to have a go at sculpting. Not to sculpt anything like full model, but it's more for conversion. Yeah, for conversion purposes, I think, just to switch a few things up, add my own bits. Yeah. Vanders Hammerhand, all metal or scouts, handy to proxy as captains if need be. Yes, and welcome, Vanders. It's good to have you. Yeah, I love them. I love them. I think that was a great. I know it was a limited release, and some people missed out. I know all that, but I think it was a great release, and I think if they do that, I think we're going to see them again anyway. I think we're definitely going to get, because metal or scouts seem to sell out whenever they release them, so just keep releasing them because people just keep wanting them. And I think when people, you know what I think it is? I think when people play against a force, it makes them want that force. I always do that. If I'm at events and I play against someone, I think I played, I think it was the last Throne of Skulls. Yeah, it was the last Throne of Skulls, because I remember ribbing him about saying it was supposed to be like a friendly tournament, and I played Devin day 2. I think it was day two, game 1. I'd won all 3 of the games day 1. So I was up on the top tables where I had no right to be. I had Thranduil's Halls, and I played Devin from the DCHL. And he had Sauron's Hordes, we had Sauron, some Blackguard, I think they were just a million orcs, orc captains and things like that, Taskmaster. It was a horrible list. But it was a great game because Devin's a great guy. We had a lot of fun. He absolutely walloped me. And I came back from that weekend and painted up like 36 orcs and a Sauron because I got beat by it. And when I was playing him, I was seeing him do stuff to me, and I was like, oh, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. That's so cool. I didn't realise that could do that. And I've never used it, and I do that a lot. I think a lot of people do. So when people are playing, because there's quite a few people who have a scout army, and the point is, I think they'll always be popular because people will play against them. I think that's a really cool army. I want it. They're not able to get the metal scouts, and then when the scouts come out, they'll buy them, but they always do well. Bree says, did you pick up some bats? I did. I got 2 blisters, so I've got 4, which is perfect and more than enough for my army. I really like them. I know the Marmite. I know not everybody does. I think they look cool, and I like the bases. The bases are awesome. Will says, just finished Aragorn, Beragond, and a Minister of Captain. I'm going to post them in TTG. Please do, mate. Please do. While we're on that subject, if you're in the chat and you are not over on the Top Table Gaming Community Facebook group, please do head over there and join in. It is a great place. I think everyone who is in there, who is in the chat now, will vouch for that group. It is a very friendly group. It's multi-system. It's got everything you could possibly want. It's got gaming, it's got painting, it's got hobby chat, it's just got banter, it's got whatever you want, it's there. It's a great place to hang out. I get a lot of, sometimes I'll just sit there for about 2 hours and I won't even comment or speak to anyone. I'll just read through the threads, and it's just quite heartwarming to see some of the stuff that goes on there. So do go and check it out. He also says, sorting out 6 Rangers, 8 Fountain Court, an armoured Pippin, and a King of Men as my Knight of the White Tower. Good stuff. I've got, anyone who knows me from the early days of being on the GBHL and things like that, Ministerius was my army, or Gondor, as it was then, it was my army. Got a massive Ministerius army, loads of models, all painted, and I stripped them about 2 months ago. There's some in there actually. There's all sorts. Got like so many of the metal Gondor Rangers, just all sorts of junk. And I stripped them all with the intention of painting them all again because I want them on the channel, but I wanted a better paint job because they were the first army that I painted. And then decided I couldn't be bothered. So I've actually sent them to Mr. Gaz Baller to paint them up for me. So he's painting them, and Gaz is a great painter. Go and check his stuff out. And I can't wait to get them back and get them on the channel. So yeah, you will be seeing some Minister of Gondor on the channel very soon. I'm going to try and, the chat is flying. I'm going to try and fly through it because there are some things that I want to touch on, and I do possibly want to try and get some paint on some models. Chalky says, I'm currently working on building a Chaos Stroke Night Army as fancy a change. It's not Lord of the Rings, so I hope it's fine. Of course it is. This isn't a Lord of the Rings stream, but it'll probably feature heavily with Lord of the Rings because a lot of people are. But yeah, of course it is. 40k is more than welcome. Helen, not a problem at all. It's good to have you on the stream. Jonathan says Chaos Knights might make a comeback in match play next year. That's a point actually, Helen. You should come down and play at Element when the world, because you're only up the road. You're only in Yorkshire. What, about 40 minutes away from Element? You should come down and play. Helen, if you don't know, is a co-admin with myself over on the Conquest. The name of it, Conquest Fans Facebook group. Go and check that out as well. That's a great group. People just post it. It's not. Well, I don't want to use the word died off, but it's slowed down a little bit because it was to do with the Conquest magazines. I keep posting there semi-regular, but it'd be great to get that up and running again and get more people in there and make it more active. It was a great little group. That I really like that group. Simon says, Steve, what's the model on the rock by the Mumma Kill? Which one? The Mummock. Oh, let me try and point. Do you mean the... Before my finger disappears. Do you mean that? So that's not a rock, that is actually the Gates to Moria 3D printed. And it's like 3D printed in clear. So when I finish painting it, I'm going to put a blue light inside so it lights up the runes, and then that is a Witch King on Fell Beast just in front of it, so it looks like it's on a rock, but it's not. If that's the one that you mean. Filippo says, I think you're absolutely right, Steve. The quality of the sculpture of Oryx is great. When I started playing, I chose Isengard because the base warrior is far better than a simple. Yeah, it's a solid profile, and I've said this loads as well. It still stands up today against a lot of the new stuff, the really powerful stuff. The basic Uruk profile is fantastic. Johnny's talking to Helen, says they need relics and cheaper HQ choice to form battalions, but they might be decent enough to stand up to a few armies in 40k. Papa Party says, I'd love to see a showcase of all your terrain. That would take forever. Could need some inspiration. Not many Lord of the Rings terrain videos out there, or tutorials. Well, there's a series coming very, very soon. Episode 1 is nearly finished, as I mentioned. Top Table Terrain School. A lot of it will be generic, but there will be, like, I might be doing like a generic fantasy board type thing. But on the one I'm actually doing on the videos, a lot of it will have Middle-earth themed elements to it, but then you can take that and turn it to whatever game, Kings of War or whatever. You don't have to put, it might have, I don't know, might have Amenhen on it. You don't have to put Amenhen on it, you can put any ruin on it. But do you know what I mean? But yeah, there's going to be a lot of tutorial stuff coming. I can't wait to get stuff back into terrain. It's been too long. I think I'm falling behind. I'd love a terrain live stream, especially over the Christmas break. Yes, I am working on it. The only problem with it, Rowan, is it's like stuff like PVA. It takes ages to dry, so you get past you get to a certain point, and it'd be like, right, can't do anything more on that till tomorrow. But I suppose with a bit of planning, I could do it where maybe if I get to that point, I think of something else to drop on and go through a few different techniques. I am trying to get my head around it. There's so much at the minute for me to do, channel admin wise. It is in my list of things to do, but there's a few stuff above it. Steve says, not picked up a brush since Bolt Action Scottish Nationals got cancelled, but did convert a Cascarin plasma gunners and built 2 Jeep Scout Sentinel conversion pieces, but waiting for crew and weapons still. That's not like you, Steve. Don't get stuck in a rut, my friend. Pick that paintbrush up and get painting. Reese is currently painting up a Silent King for my mate John. Then I have Legolas to do from the Made to Order, and my Warhound Titan I've just ordered for a Crimbo project. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that, mate. I'm really looking forward to seeing that. Johnny was gutted about the bot actually getting cancelled. Green Tree says, terrain live sounds like a good idea. Nightmare to set up though. It's going to be as basic as possible. So it's going to be 2 cameras. There'll be a camera on me at the desk standing up, where I can do, and then sort of a camera at the side of the desk. So basically the same as what I'm doing here, but so I can get detail on what's on my cutting pad and I'm working on, but then a full screen of me talking, kind of maybe small in the bottom corner or something like that. I'll make it work. I've been wanting to do it for ages. I don't know if anyone remembers when lockdown first started. I did try out a setup, did a test stream, and said if would anyone be interested, and they were. But then we came out of lockdown, and then we were in tier system, and it just never happened. What tools did you get? They were. I'll tell you now. Actually, let me tell you now. Let's have a look. I'm looking in my Amazon, which is scary. Last few months. Is anyone else like me and has done an absolute shed load of Amazon shopping whilst aboard? I got the Magic Fly 45-piece clay sculpting tool set. It was 26 quid, but it comes all like in a pouch. It's got everything I could possibly want in there. So I've ordered that. That's going to be something that I'm going to jump on, and if I'm going to try it out, I'm going to get practicing, and if I'm confident enough, I might do some videos on it. I'm going to be doing basic stuff, like sculpting cloaks, adding, chainmail, leather straps and things like that to start with, and then see how I go. Jason Space says, hello gang, check out that Witch King. Yeah, that's one of my faves. It's one of my faves, that. Vanda says, when you see the Fellowship of the Ring, you always end up wanting to make those Uruks. And rules wise, it's a valid army quite fast too with the right upgrades. Yeah, the Legendary Legions are awesome. If you've not seen the Legendary Legion reviews that I did for both Uglut Scouts and Lurtzy Scouts, go and check them out. And doing them videos is what really made me want to add to my Scout part of my Isengard army. I was reading, I was thinking, these sound really good. Andrew says, got a bit of painter's block at the moment. I think the main reason is lack of actual gaming. Yeah, I totally agree. And I find that after a great game, I can't wait to add to a force with new additions or start a new army. I totally get you, and I get that quite a lot, especially doing YouTube, because I tend to, it's probably why I've got such a backlog that I've got now. I tend to panic and worry about getting content out, put the right content. I don't just want to put anything out. I don't want to just keep putting videos out that are naff. Basically, I try. A lot of effort goes into the videos. They're not all great. They don't suit everyone. Totally understand that. But I have a thing where I think I've committed to doing this channel now, and I've told people that I'm going to be putting content out. I've told people this is going to happen. X, Y, Z is going to happen, and kind of I want to make sure that I do that. I think that's, I don't know, maybe that comes from running your own business and trying to fulfill promises. But yeah, that I have painting blocks like that where even then when I do have a spare couple of hours to paint, I end up sitting in and watching other people's YouTube channels. And basically what I do, which is maybe not the best thing to do, if I've got loads of stuff on my desk, which I always have, and I'm looking at it and thinking, oh, I can't be bothered painting that, I can't be bothered painting that, I'll get one model which is nothing to do with anything that's on my desk. One model that I know I'm going to enjoy putting together, and I know I'm going to enjoy getting the base colours on, and I do that, and that kind of just sort of reignites that, yeah, actually I do like, this is something that I like, it relaxes me, I sort of go into my own little zone when I'm painting, and that tends to kickstart me. But everybody's different, but try that, see if it works for you, man. Helen says, currently living in Swindon, but moving back to Donny in July. I'm on there every so often too, but the end of the sub slowed it down. The end of the sub. Oh, I know what you mean. I'm talking about the Facebook group. You got to get used to this with me, Helen. I'm old. I forget things, but I'll get there in the end. Yeah. It is a really good group. You'll vouch for that, I'm sure. So if you play 40k, you're interested in 40k, get over to the Conquest Fans Facebook group, because it is a good little group. It's full of noobs like me asking really stupid questions, but there's also some really good content on there too. Aaron says he wants to get up to Element Games soon for some games next year, but it's a 3-hour drive for me. Well, the thing to do there, Aaron, is make the most of it. So plan a day and plan it before actually booking the time in with that you have to get off work or whatever, and make sure that there's going to be people there. If I'm around, mate, I will happily give you a couple of games. But do you know what? Element Games is a very friendly and welcoming place anyway. And Johnny, who is in the chat, he's the guy that you want to speak to about Element Games. I think he's saying it further down the chat, and he'll hook you up. You want to play 40k, he'll sort you out. You want to play Middle Earth, I'll sort you out, and anything in between, just to hang out with people is a lot of fun. There's a lot of people in the chat now, Aaron, who are local lads, and we'll all vouch for just hanging out. But make sure, I wouldn't just rock up just in case that, sod's law, the day you rock up no one's there. Let people know that you're going, and just sort of pre-arrange a couple of games. But there's always people there. You off, Johnny? Take care, my mates. Good to see you. Ruth saying good night, Jonathan. Andrew Pennington, night, John Boy. Green Tree. If anyone watching tonight hasn't caught the battle streams in Middle Earth live stream, you really should take a look. Even if you're not into Middle Earth, it is just like, the funny thing about battle streams in Middle Earth is, it don't matter if you're not into Middle Earth. We very rarely talk about Middle Earth. We talk about absolute nonsense. If you're into eating, drinking, weird gimp face masks, anything like that, then battle streams in Middle Earth is the stream for you. I love that stream. It's great. And you know what? There's some really cool stuff coming. Damien is putting a lot of time and effort into a series of videos, a campaign from the Quest of the Ringbearer book, which is my favourite release for Middle Earth thus far. That is coming soon. If you've not seen the trailer, go on over to the Battle Streams Middle Earth YouTube channel and check out the trailer. And I'm sure if that trailer doesn't get you interested and make you subscribe, I don't know what will. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Green Tree says it's just like being like down the pub with your mates. Yeah, it is. Just mess about. I think one day we're going to get ourselves into trouble on that stream, I think. Steve says, no rut, mate, no games, no drive, can't justify painting what I won't use. Yeah, so are you more of a you'll only paint what you know you're going to use, Steve? I'm probably more of a painter than a gamer, so I say that after just saying that I've not painted anything for ages, but you know what I mean. I probably get more from hobbying, painting, and building than I do from gaming. I love gaming, but I prefer the social side of gaming to actually gaming. If that makes sense. I like hanging out with people. I like meeting new people. I like talking to people. That gets my juices flowing at events. Owen's in. How you doing, Owen? Good to have you. Owen's another local lad. Great lad, and he's from the Green Isles, like my kinfolk. So I've got a lot of time for Owen. He's a belting lad, and he's a really, 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 I think, nice guy. If you're new to the game, he's probably one of the most friendly, welcoming guys that you could hope to meet. He's a belting lad. It's good to have you in, Owen. Aaron's saying to Green Street, exactly that, mate. Hate hardly any Middle Earth talk. It's about slippers, biscuits, and what hand the thought goes in. Such great times with great folk across the world. It is really good. Check it out. And Aaron also says, I also have painting blocks, but that's why I wanted to challenge myself to painting my fellowship over the birthday weekend last week. As it reinvigorated my desire to paint. Yeah, they look great. They look great. That is it. That's a good point, actually. I painted on the first lockdown. I started to do commission painting because I panicked and thought that I wasn't going to be able to pay my mortgage and stuff like that because I couldn't work. It turned out I was panicking over nothing because we were only locked down for 5 minutes, and then now I can just work. I decided to do a bit of commission painting, and I painted a fellowship as a commission, and thoroughly enjoyed every second of painting that fellowship. I thought, I'm not blowing my own trumpet, but I thought they looked great at the end, and it sickened me to hand them over. That's probably why I couldn't be a commission painter, because I put a lot of me into things that I paint, and when I had to hand them over, it was heartbreaking. Aaron also says, I also have a plan for 2021. I'm painting at least something every week. I think, yeah, paint. You know what? Painting, I find, is like I learnt this when I was trying to learn the guitar, which, by the way, don't ask me to play guitar because I can't play the guitar. I keep meaning to get back onto learning the guitar. I can play about 3 riffs and that's it. But I've always wanted to play guitar. It's been something I've always wanted to play. I've got a few guitars because I'm one of them idiots who just buys loads of stuff for things before I get fully into it, and then run out of time to do it. So guitar, golf, what's the other thing? And painting. I think you're better off doing a little every day or every other day. So with guitar and golf, practice a little every other day, and painting as well. And you'll get better and better and better, rather than smashing it for a week and painting loads and then having a week off. I think you get more from it, and it's like muscle memory, isn't it? I think if you stop doing it for too long, it's like starting again. Sean says, as long as the stream doesn't turn into a chips and gravy chat, we'll be okay. I think he just says, oh god, don't start that again. David Milliton, look forward to being able to do events again. Yeah, I can't wait. Miss being to any big events at Element this year. Likewise, my friend. Likewise. School Months is saying, I hope I haven't just died. I'm not gonna continue that conversation, Sean, unless the people ask for it. Paintbrush Pirate saying, says, evening all, welcome my friend. Owen says, so Tree Beard before Christmas, surely, very themey. Yeah, I think so. I'm getting there, I'm getting to the end, and then we can tackle some stuff. Steve says, as I don't enjoy painting, geez, you paint enough for someone who doesn't enjoy painting. Apart from my drive to paint 1,000 minutes a year for Lord of the Rings, or painting up forces for Lord of the Rings, I only paint things to use in games. Alright, fair enough. Dwelling says, I'm more hobby than gaming, but hopefully changing, having met a few locals who played just at the start of lockdown, and my brother's going to be getting back into it, finally. That's good to hear. Having people around you, I think, who play is big. That's the beauty of being at Element a lot. I'm quite lucky in Manchester. We have a few different gaming halls and just quite a big community. Gamer Addict Frank says, catching the stream late. Howdy from Indiana, US. Welcome, Gamer Addict Frank. It's good to have you. What time is it there in Indiana, US? It's fantastic to have you, mate. Steve says, I'd like to add options to build a collection, but would prefer just to build minis and get some kind of friend to paint them. Yeah, we'd all love a friend who would paint our minis, mate. That'd be amazing. Right, okay, so I've done our welcomes. I've caught up on the chat, which took longer than I thought it would. We've mentioned the Facebook group. I'll mention it again. If you're not on the Top Table Gaming community, so if you search Top Table Gaming community on Facebook, you'll find the group. If you request to be let in, I'll let you in. You have to agree to be an awesome person though before I'll let you in. But check that out. So we're on Facebook. Angel is manning the Instagram and Twitter, so please get over there. And all the links, by the way, are in the description below. So you'll find our Twitter link, or Twitter link, should I say, Instagram link, etc. We also have a Discord, which I'm trying to get my head around, and I'm hoping someone will man that for me, because I'm old and I haven't got a clue. It blows my mind when I go in there. I don't know what's going on Discord. 4:56 p.m. It's early evening, Frank. It's good to have you, mate. Thanks for joining us. So yeah, check out the links for that below. We also have a Patreon screen. There's nothing hidden. If you're a patron, you don't get anything. Everyone else will get everything. Is always open to everybody, but there are some perks of being a patron. There are dice and t-shirts and prize draws as such, and I have a prize draw coming for patrons next week, and it is a big one, so guys, keep an eye out for that. That's going to be cool. I'm looking forward to that. What else have we got? Let's have a look. I did write stuff. Oh, that was it. So the 2 videos that I did this week, if you're in the chat and you've seen the 2 review videos that I did one for this gaming light here, which was recommended by Mr. Benjamin Bowles, my pal. Used to be Top Table Ben. He's now Benji's Hobbies Benji. He recommended this light, and yeah, I'm over the moon with it. I'm that over the moon with it. I think I'm going to buy a second, because I'm not going to pretend to know a lot about filming and lighting and things like that, but I do know that I need another one, basically, for certain things. I'm not going to go into the reasons why, but yeah, I need another one. It's a fantastic light and I love it. I've got the just a white screen over it at the moment, so you can see everything is kind of open. I want to get, really, when I'm painting models, I should put the egg crate thing on the front, so all the light is focused straight down, but it is plenty light. So yeah, I did the one for the light, and I did the one for the spray booth, which we're announcing the winner on tonight's stream. Did you like those types of videos? Do you want to see more? I'm hoping to do more, because there's a few more bits and bobs coming for the studio and for this home studio that I want to review. I just think it's a good way for you guys to, especially the patrons, it kind of shows what they're helping to do, because I want to make the content a lot better. I don't want it to look amateur all the time. I want it to look fresh. I want it to look some kind of I don't want to use the word professional, because I'm far from professional, but I want it to look right, and that's the hope. There is stuff that is in place for battle reports. Anyone who's seen our battle reports will know that Top Table battle reports have a certain style and vibe to the way that they're filmed and edited, and I'm going to try a few different things which are slightly different to the way we normally do them, and I'm going to sort of gauge to see which way people prefer. But yeah, I'm looking forward to get back in the studio. I do have a battle report filmed on an SD card, which we filmed just before the second lockdown with Mr. Matt Woods. Our last battle report was with Matt Woods. We filmed 2, so I've got a second one to edit, and as soon as I get a spare couple of hours, I will sit down and edit it. But then I'll be getting back in the studio and filming more in the new year, as things do start to get back to normal, which we hope they do with the vaccine and such. We have an open door policy at the studio. If you want to come down and be on a battle report, if you've got a really nice army that you want to showcase, get in touch and we will make it happen. Even if, shock horror, there's 2 years, you might have a pal who, you know, you have great games just used to, and you know, you have great armies, you're very thematic, you know, they're interesting games, and you want to play on camera. I'll just film them and host, and you guys can play it out. There's loads of things that I want to do. We've got the live battle reports, which are always have always been a lot of fun. and I've really been where a lot of my focus was pre-lockdown. This 2020 was going to be the year where I 100% felt that Top Table would stick some sort of flag in the ground and say, this is how you cover live games, this is how you cover live events and film them. Commentary with all sort of interviews and things like that, all going on the stream, very interactive, and that still is where I want to go. It'll be 2021 now, and obviously I need to put a few things in place to be able to do it, because it's not the kind of thing you can do on your own. So yeah, look forward to that. But let me know what you thought about the review videos. I know the light video got a lot of attention, which is very, very good, and the spray booth video got a lot of comments because you needed to comment to enter, which is fantastic. But let me know what you thought of them if you want to see more. We'll be announcing the winner. What time are we on now? Let's have a look. The time is 10 o'clock. We'll announce the winner of this spray booth at 10:30. If it gets to 10:30 and I'm still waffling, do remind me in the chat and we'll do the winner. I've got a super sexy like spinny wheel thing with numbers 1 to 100 on it, but we've only got 74 entrants, so there was no way that I could edit it. So what we're going to do is, if a number comes up that's higher than 74, we're just going to do a respin. So we've got that to come at 10:30. We have had some great news, as was mentioned before. The new tree bird model from Middle Earth was announced. We've not had a date yet or a price. I'm fully hoping for pre-Christmas, and I think, looking at it, I reckon we're going to be around the 50 quid mark. I could be wrong. We spoke about this on Battle Streams the other night, but I think about 50 quid. The only thing that makes me think it could be wrong is the fact that you get the Merry and Pippin models with it. So basically you're getting three heroes, and it's a plastic kit as well. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought about the tree bird. Are you going to get a tree bird? How much do you think it's going to be? When do you think it's going to be out? Pre-Christmas we need. Otherwise, if it's not pre-Christmas, I lose the bet against Damien, and I've got to buy him a blister from Forge World, which is terrible. That can't happen. So yeah, as we mentioned with Damien and Battle Streams, I've got a list of things here. You see, I know I look like I'm reading. I am reading. Battle Streams in Middle Earth. We kicked off sort of pre-lockdown. Me and Damien started off on the GBHL channel, the Great British Hobbit League channel, because we were both hosts there. But then it got to a point where we felt it kind of outgrew that, and it seemed to get a good following straight away. So we wanted to give it a fresh, clean kind of platform of its own to see what it can do, and it is it's doing great. So if you don't know about Battle Streams in Middle Earth, search it on here on YouTube and subscribe and tune in. We do once a fortnight. Me and Damien call each other. We're on screen. We're talking to people in the chat. We loosely follow the theme of, if you've heard of them, the battle games in Middle Earth magazines that were out many moons ago. And every episode we sort of focus on a different issue, and we talk about that issue, and we attempt to paint the model that was given away free with that issue. We very rarely talk about the issue, if I'm honest. We very rarely talk about the issue. We talk about everything but the issue, or Middle Earth, or Strategy Battle Game. But it is a ton of fun, whether you're into Middle Earth or not, just to hang out whilst you're at your hobby desk, have us on, get involved in the banter in the chat, and it's fantastic. So please do go over there. Any support that you can give is massively appreciated. Studio, I've been down to the studio this week. I had to go and pick a few bits and bobs up, cables and things to set this up. I was in there and I give it a bit of a clean up, and it's pretty much ready to go, ready to film. So this is like an update for you guys. As soon as we're in tier 3 now, we're coming out of the second lockdown. In Manchester we're in tier 3, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. I'm not going to moan about it. I'm not going to get onto politics, complain. It is what it is. We're all in the same boat. We've got to deal with it. I'm hoping after Christmas, if everyone doesn't act silly over Christmas and the infection rate doesn't rise, we will drop into tier 2. Now there is an argument which someone said to me, which is a fair argument, but I'll explain my reasoning behind it. Now people said, well, you could class it as work, and I could, but I'm not going to. I don't want to add to that. You know, I want to do my bit to drop this infection rate. That's the way I see it. I just the sooner the infection rate drops, the sooner that this vaccine goes out, the sooner that that the risk is very much less than what it is now. The quicker then we can all get back to normal and go to events and film content together and things like that. But I do miss it. I do miss that interaction with people, having people over, filming battle reports, being in the same room, being across the table, having a bit of banter. But I've been there today. Everything's set up. It's ready to go. So as soon as I'm able, as soon as it's safe to do so, we will be in there, and there'll be a lot of stuff coming. And I want you guys to get involved as well, and come down and show us your armies. Don't be shy. I used to be shy and then turned into an idiot. So yeah, I've talked about the bat rate, which is coming. I also have I've been today dealing with. We did at Halloween. We did a very limited run of T-shirts. The TT. I should have one on, shouldn't I? In fact, I did have one. I had my orange one on, and for some reason, someone in the chat might be able to tell me the reason for this. For some reason, my orange one was acting as a chroma key, with green. So there's orange have a lot of green in it. Somewhere. All one side of me was transparent. You could see the shells through me, so I had to put this black T-shirt on. It's kind of on point, and that's kind of a ultramarines, even though it's not, but it's kind of an ultramarines badge. But yeah, anyway, I'm digressing again. At Halloween, we did a limited run of Halloween colours TTG T-shirts. It seemed pretty popular, and people were saying that we should do a Christmas one. So I've been organising those today. I'm going to put a post up probably this week. I'm going to leave the post up for a week. If you are interested in a Christmas themed TTG T-shirt, then just keep an eye out. When I say Christmas themed, it's not got holly or reindeers all over it. It's basically, there's a red one, a green one, and they're a mix of, so it's like red, green, white. Red, green, is it red, green, white? I think red, green, white are the colours. Possibly one's got some yellow on it somewhere. They're just kind of that theme. So when Christmas is over, that you're not going to look out of place still with it on. You can still rock up to our top table gaming events with the T-shirt and still look pretty awesome. So I've been doing that today. The other thing that I did want to say, how many of you guys, I know not everyone in the chat is from the UK, but I did touch on before how much I'm missing events and how much I'm missing. I feel like I've not been to Warhammer World for years. I'm gonna try and arrange a hangout at Warhammer World for top table gaming. So it's kind of central. I mean, don't get me wrong, if you're not in the UK and you want to come, you're more than welcome, but you'd be a mentalist. But I'm going to try and arrange a day where a load of us go to Warhammer World from this end, from Manchester, and hopefully meet up with a load of other top table fans, and we can all hang out and game and go out and get something to eat. I'll probably be staying over, so we'll have a B&B. We can, anyone else who's staying over, we can go and get some drinks in an evening and just talk nonsense, talk hobby, talk gaming, talk whatever. And it would just be nice to hang out, because it just has been way too long. It's not good for me. I'm quite a social person. I know you can't tell because I'm very shy and retiring, but I am quite a social person. I like mixing with people, and I'm missing it massively. So yeah, I think that'd be. And I've just noticed in the chat. We'll go back in the chat in a minute. But I just noticed that Will said that he's never been before. So if you've never been, this would be a perfect opportunity to go. Because I remember the first time I went, you kind of don't take it all in because you don't know what's what. So if you've never been before, it'd be a good time to go with people who have been before. And they say, oh, if you've been down and looked at the displays, and have you done this, have you done that, and blah blah blah. It'll be a lot of fun. But the other thing is, I want to do that with. I want to do that. Me and Damien talked about doing that for the battle streams a lot as well. So I might tie in the two, which means that we have two amazing groups of people all meeting up in Warhammer World. That is just a recipe for success in my eyes. So yeah, I want to make that happen. I'll speak to Damien more about it, and when we've got a better idea about Warhammer World opening and being able to be in the same room without wearing gas masks, we'll make that happen. That'll be cool. Let's have a look. I'll jump back in the chat quickly. Don't look like I'm going to get any painting done, do I? Where are we up to? Let's have a look. Frank came in. Yeah, that was done that bit. Let's have a look. So, oh yeah, so Andrew says it's not ideal having 0 models at the moment to paint. Finances and all, need to make more scenery to sell. Yeah, I'm in a fortunate position that I'm busy. I work for myself, and I'm busier now than I've been for about 10 years. And I fully know the reason for that, and I know that the bubble's going to burst. Like, it's not this. The bubble's going to burst probably in a couple of months. I do a lot of home improvements, so people have not been on holiday and they've had money in the bank, and rather, they've not gone on holiday, so they thought, right, we'll spend it on the house. That's why I'm busy. So I've been fortunate, but I know there's a lot of people out there who have not been as fortunate, and there's people losing their jobs and things like that, or not getting the hours that they're used to getting. And it is a tough time. It is a tough time. I think we'll get through it and we'll get out the other side. I think it's gonna be a long recovery. But I feel for you, man. I do feel for you. Yeah. Sean says, happy to help out with any Discord stuff, mate. I may be hitting you up, Sean. I may be hitting you up. I really don't know what's going on Discord. It does. I was talking to Angel about it the other night, and it kind of reminds me. Discord reminds me of. Do you remember years ago when like chat rooms first started? So you had like Yahoo Chat, and that's what it reminds me of. There's like a list of rooms. You click on them and go in and chat. That's what. But I thought we got past that. I thought Facebook. I thought we're over that. Sean. That's what Facebook's for. But yeah, I'll bend your ear about it at some point. Definitely. Will says, is that the daylight lamp, Ben? I'm still in love. I'm blown away with mine. I got it like 4 months ago. Are you referring to this one? Or the other one? So I used to. The last 2 lights I bought, Ben has recommended both of them. I listen to Ben a lot because he knows his onions. The first one was like a desk light that you pull down on an arm, which is quite good, and that is now over on my other desk. So when I might be painting a bit there, I've got a desk lamp there. But then this one is mainly for filming, but it's too good a light not to use more regular. So it makes complete sense to use it when I'm hobbying because it is so bright. It lights everything perfectly. It's great. The one I'm going to buy the exact same light. Well, it's not the exact same light. It's like the next model along, where you can mess around with the light when I get the next one. But I need to. I don't need it just yet. There's no point in me buying it till we can get back in the studio. So, but I will be getting that one. Reese says, Angel, have you done any hobby this weekend? Looking forward to seeing you finish off that bust. Yes, Angel has been doing some hobby. I've seen it. I was shocked because it's been so long. Too long, Angel. She has been painting up that. I think, is that from Guild Ball, Angel? Correct me if I'm wrong. I can't remember the names, but it looks Guild Ball-esque. But it looks great. It does look great. Steve says, what's the prawn cocktail sauce called? It's Thousand Island dressing, isn't it? Or seafood sauce. Thousand Island dressing, I think it is, mate. It's basically mayonnaise and ketchup in it. Angel says to Reese, yeah, was carrying on with us today, still trying to build up a contrast and highlights on the skin at the moment. It looks really good. It's going to be slow goings, but hoping I can get it to the same standard, if not better, than my Rage bust. That was awesome as well. Ruth's looking forward to seeing it, and she'll keep everyone updated. Aaron says, loving the current video, Steve, but it's making me jealous. I don't have a great hobby space. Yeah, I'm looking. So this is a garage. It's detached. It's not attached to the house. So I have to walk to the bottom of the garden, and walk out the gate into here to get in here. So when we moved in the house, this was just a hollow garage, no electric, no nothing. And originally it was a gym, so I put a gym in here, put electric in here first, and some lights, then a gym. Then realised that I didn't use it as a gym, but it kind of made me feel good that I had a multi-gym in the garage that I didn't use. Then I felt bad, started to have regrets, sold it, and it became like a man cave. So I used to come in here with my lad and we'd play Xbox and stuff like that. I put flooring down, insulate the walls, plaster it all, put more power in here, and then then it just slowly but surely became this nerd palace that you see now. It's quite small. It is quite small, but I know it's bigger than what a lot of people have got. But then I've got a lot of stuff, more stuff in it than a lot of people have. So I've got like filming stuff, computers, desks. Yeah, it's quite small, but I'm lucky to have it, and I'm thankful to have it. I could get rid of some stuff, like all these shelves full of toys. I could just put them in boxes, and I'd have far more space. But it looks cool, right? So yeah, I don't think that'll happen. Aaron's hoping it's after Christmas, otherwise his wallet won't recover for 3 days. I hope before. I hope before. He says everyone needs a mandate, but he meant man cave. I think he meant mandate. I think you meant mandate, Reese. Reese has had lots of mandates. Just waiting to get it sorted, says Aaron. Angel says, I really need to try and make my hobby space better. It's tough being in the loft room and having to deal with the eaves. That's a big word, big building word to use on a nerd stream, Angel. Eaves. You mean the slopes, right? Layman's terms. Yeah, I know what you mean. There's loads of cool stuff though. Did you see? I've got 2 of them. Luke of Luke's APS, he did a video about 12 months ago on Amazon. I think they're about 20 quid. You know them little trolleys that they have in hairdressers that they have all like the hair dye stuff on it. It's got drawers in. He uses one of them, so I got one, and I've got 2 now. So I have one that's got like filming stuff on. So I've got one where the drawers are like full of cables and camera lenses and stuff like that, and then the other one is full of like terrain building stuff. So it's got like Dremels in it, and a drawer full of flocks and things like that. That'd be really handy for you if you've got a room like that, because everything fits on them and you can just stack them in the corner, and it's very neat. Check those out, they're on Amazon. Have a look on Loop, I can't remember what it's called. It's basically a hairdresser's plastic hairdresser's trolley. And I think you have 4 drawers on a top thing, but they're great for hobby. Great. Got wheels on so they move around, fantastic. Dwelling says, Battle Streams is ace, I vouch for what it's worth, good man. And Aaron says to Angel, how many times do you bang your head? Too many, she says. The one time being short doesn't help me at all. Well, it's them eaves. Reese says, could be released Christmas Eve, Steve, like a Christmas tree, but with Merry and Pippin in. I'm hoping it's pre-Christmas. I'd like to have it for Christmas. I'd like it to be a Christmas project. I really would. Chat's kicking off again. Will says, please bring back the shirts. Just make sure the actual shirt is black. Would you want a black shirt, Will? I've never been to Warhammer World before, so yes, please. Angel says, if we do Warhammer World trip, can we go to Hooters? The food there is so good. Yeah. I mean, if the food's good, Angel, I'm all for good food. So yeah, I'm down with that. If it's a recommend from you, then it and it's not come from me, then it doesn't sound seedy. Then yeah, we'll go to Hooters. Aaron says, I've never been to Warhammer World, so I'd definitely love to visit. I was planning to do it alongside a trip to watch Nottingham Panthers play, but the ice hockey season got cancelled. And Aaron's saying yes to Hooters also. Green Tree's never been to Warhammer World or Hooters. Well, this could be the trip for you, Green Tree. This could be an eye-opener, my friend. Will says, a saucipe. A what? A successipe. I don't know what that says, Will. Is that to do with Bonar asking what Thousand Island dressing is? I hope so. It sounds like Warhammer World and Hooters is on. Reese says, will you need to go, mate? It's epic. All right, and Steve put my name down for that. I'm up for that 100%. Good man. Tanya says, get to work while you can. Yes, tell me about it. I know. I've got like some backup stuff as well. So I've got a few basement conversions which I've been putting off. And I'm guaranteed for them. And I reckon I've told them it's going to be probably March before I can do them. And there's 2 of them, and that is probably about 3 months work for me. So I'm hoping then if the lull hits around March time, I can just plod on with those. That'll see me through for 3 months, which will be good. But we'll just wait and see. I'll roll with the punches. What happens. I try and not be negative about most things, because there's not only so much you've got the power to change. So yeah, just try and get on with it. It's good to have you, Tanya. Thanks for joining us again. It feels like ages since I've seen you, Tanya. I think, when was the last time we seen each other, Tanya? Was it my event? I think it might have been. Will says, I know, dude. Reese, I live in Devon. Great place to live, though. So I'm fairly far, but not too far. Not that I can go right now, but I'm doing A levels, so getting time will be a bit tricky. Apart from the half terms, well, mate, we've got nothing set in stone, and we're still on lockdown at the moment, kind of. So it could be a while off yet. It could be closer to the summer. So who knows? But I'm definitely going to make it happen, 100%. 100%. Reese says, just make a weekend of it, pal. Book a hotel and go out for a few drinks after. Good night out in Nottingham. Yeah, that's the plan. I'm probably thinking head over Friday night. Meet up at Warhammer World, just to hang out, and then go out for something to eat. Have a couple of sociable drinks, nothing too heavy on the Friday night. Spend most of the day in Warhammer World, then the next day playing games with everyone and hanging out, and then have a night out in Nottingham. I think that's what I'll do. But I'll see what everyone wants to do. But yeah, Reese, I'm all over that, mate. Andrew says, I have worked all through lockdown, Steve, done more hours than normal, but I live on my own, so I have to be sensible with my money. Though sometimes I fail, so models are a luxury I can't always afford. Yeah, mate, totally get it, 100%. Not everyone's in the same boat, but you know, we're all. It sounds really cheesy, but we are all in this together. That's why I try and stay as positive as I can about it, because I've spoke to people and they've been really down about it, and there's good reason to be down about it as well. You know, they're not being whinging for whinging's sake. Really good reason. It's been a terrible time. You know, people have lost loved ones. It's been horrible. It's been a horrible year, and I'm just, for me, trying to focus on the other side. You know, coming out the other side, getting back to where we were, being a nerd, and just hanging out with pals. Yeah, because it's been grim. It has been really grim, mate. Been really grim. So yeah, I feel for you, Andrew. But yeah, mate, if you can come and meet us, that'd be fantastic. Angel says, yep, that's right. It's Angel and Salt. Andrew says, if any fellow geeks are looking for a room to rent on the cheap. Oh, are you saying you've got a room, Andrew? Listen, if anyone wants to rent a room, Andrew Pennington. Yep, loads of free trees as well. Hajinda's in. Welcome, Hajinda. Love your hobby space, Steve. Hope to build one soon so I can play through the book scenarios. I keep saying that every time. I think since the first book came out, like the Gondor at War came out, and we filmed a few scenarios, battle reports on the channel. And every book's come out, we said, oh yeah, we're going to do them all. We just haven't. It's hard. It is hard. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick my favourite ones. I'm building. My next big build is the Dwaradelf, for the Dwaradelf scenario. So I think I'll have to get some. If I'm putting the time into building it, I'll have to get some use out of it. So I will film using the Dwaradelf from that book, definitely. I'll be building a new prancing pony soon. I don't know if I've said that yet. Have I told people that before? Can't remember. I've got a prancing pony which I'm really proud of, but it's a bit battered, and there's things that I did with it that I'd do differently now. I've learnt more stuff, so I'm going to build a new prancing pony, and hopefully it's going to be enterable as well, which is cool. But I need a bit of time to do that. Mate, first quarter next year I'll get it done. Steve's Nerdvana, yeah. We know Treebeard is in December with more new things to come after the year. We know it's in December. How do you know? I don't even know this. You keep your rollers in your drawers. Yes. Will says there's a Hooters in England. I think there's a few, Will. I think there's a few. Or is it only in Nottingham? Angel's saying just Nottingham. I thought there was a couple. Helen's bang up for Hooters. Everyone's up for Hooters. Will says, man, I'm there. You said a recipe for success. Successipe. I'm with you. Andy W. Luke's trolley vid. Yep. Yeah, your last event, Steve. I'm back on furlough now. Yeah, it's been ages. Tanya. I hope you're well anyway. And I hope furlough's doing for you what it should be doing. Keeping your head above water. Aaron says to Angel, also a few other places as well, I believe. Is that who? Are you talking about Hooters? Angel says, "Oh, good to know. Not been to any others yet. I've never been. But apparently the food's good." Steve said, "Oh yeah, I started building Helm's Deeping walls and 2 hobbit holes. I've got 2 half-built hobbit holes that were going to be part of my Hobbiton board that didn't end up being my Hobbiton board, and I put them to one side, thinking I'll make just smaller pieces out of them that you can just put on a gaming mat. You just reminded me I need to finish those actually. I've got too many half-finished things, man." Will says dibs on the old prancing pony. Steve Bonar entering Steve's pony. Adam G's in. Evening, Steve. Hope you're well. I am well, my mate. I hope you're well as well. It's good to have you in. Again, it's been too long, my friend. It's been too long. And then Aaron says to Angel, the last one I went to was in Toronto for my 30th. Well, there you go. I think you're well due. Right, you know what? Should we do this draw? So, if you didn't know, I did a review video for a airbrush spray booth, and I liked it that much that I decided to give one away in the video. And all you had to do was comment and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and say in your comment, I want that booth. That's all you had to do. That's all you had to do to enter. And we had 74 entrants to do. So I've numbered them all. I've printed off all the names and numbered them, and then I've got this sexy wheel which I'll show you now. Let's have a look. If it don't work now, I'll cry. Oh, I've just deleted it. Oh, I just deleted it, haven't I? Right, okay, so let's do... Oh, I've got it back. Right, we're cooking now. I just need to click this. Bear with me a second. It was going too well. Spin the wheel. There we go. Right, so there is 100 numbers. Can you let me know in the chat that you can see the wheel? And when you confirm, I'll go ahead. But what I'll explain is, on this wheel there is 100 numbers. There is only 74 entrants. You can't edit the wheel, unfortunately. I was looking for one that you could edit 5 minutes ago before I clicked go live and couldn't find one. So there's 100 numbers. So if we get a number that is over 74, I'll just spin it again. I think that's the easiest thing to do it. And like I said at the start of the video, these are all the names that were from YouTube. So you may be in the chat and your name in the chat may be different than the name on YouTube, because some of them are odd names, to say the least. But yeah, if you are, I'm going to announce it on here, plus I will comment and reply to the comment on the video in YouTube, so that person knows that they've won, if that makes sense. I know what I mean. So without further ado, should we spin the wheel? I wanted to be able to edit the wheel so it's spun for like about 10 seconds, or it spins for about 3 seconds. It's really anticlimactic. So all I'm going to do now is click on here. So remember, if we get a number above 74, I'm going to respin. Yeah, you're all saying you can see it. Awesome. So if I click this now, oh, it's number 95. So we've got to spin again. The tension. Okay, ready. We've got 95 then. So we need 74 or lower. Here we go. It's a low one. It is low. It's number 4. And number 4 is That has saved me on postage. It's Paul Kirkham. Now, Paul's not in the chat because he didn't always say hello, but I do know Paul, which is very, very handy, I'm not going to lie, because it weighs a ton. I was thinking if someone abroad wins it, it's going to cost me a fortune to send it, so that's made me very happy. But yes, well done to Paul Kirkham. You are the winner of the spray booth. So yeah, I'm happy for you, mate. That's awesome. So Paul Kirkham, just let me make a note of that. Put a star next to his name. Mr. Paul Kirkham is the winner. Thank you to everyone who tried to entered. I am going to do a lot more stuff like this. I actually have some stuff that I may give away over Christmas as well. So keep an eye out for that. That is something that I'm trying to arrange. I've got some stuff already, and I'm trying to add to it and do like a bit of a big Christmas giveaway, like a big bundle. So I've been reaching out to a few people. I'm just waiting to hear back. So fingers crossed that'll happen. But yeah, keep an eye out. Thank you to everyone who entered. I love doing this kind of stuff. Just giving a bit back, and that is a great prize. It's a great spray booth. So yeah, congratulations to Paul. So that's that done, which is fantastic. I'm glad my thing worked. I did want to do one of these. I don't know if this will work, but I'll try it. No, it went green screen. Hang on, let me do this. Bear with me 1 second. This is another thing that I was going to do. I'm going to do it now. I'm going to do it. Sod it. I'm here, aren't I? Might as well do it. Let me know if this works. This is what I should have done. If he was in the chat, I'd have done this. Did it work? Did that work? Let me know if that worked. So yeah, so you know what? I spent ages setting up this screen, and I've not had a chance to use it. But never mind. Never mind. It's 25 to 11 now. I'm not gonna start painting now. In fact, I'm gonna put the lid back on me. Do what I usually do. Everyone takes the mick out of it. Some people look forward to this part of the live stream on battle streams the most, when I put my lid back on my wet palette and don't do anything. But what I will do for the last, we'll do about another half hour, is have a beer with you. Why not? Why not, eh? And I'll jump back in the chat. So let's have a look. Where were we up to? Yeah, I can see it. Yeah. Tanya says yes, keeping her head above water and getting lots of painting done. That is good to hear. Tanya's painting's pretty awesome as well. She put my Uruks to shame. I'm not afraid to admit. Will says he missed the giveaway. Yeah, it was on the review video. It was on the and it was in the Facebook group. You got to keep an eye on the Facebook group, Will. But there'll be more. Don't worry, mate. There will be more. Everyone's let me know they can see the wheel. Steve says cooking. Oh, the wife has asked me to make prawn cocktail for her first time trying prawns. It could be her last. Do you know what I'd do if I was? Because I'm not mad on prawns. I'm not. I can have them, but I'm not mad on them. But I do love prawn toast. Why don't you make us some prawn toast? Homemade prawn toast is the best. You can't not like prawn toast. It's toast, isn't it? Aaron's trying to get in at the last minute. Can I buy a vowel, please, Steve? If you spin 100 twice, can I win? GBHL podcast is in. Evening GBHL podcast. That could be anyone. It could be any of them. Zachary Kester. Aaron is telling Steve a good dashing of seafood sauce with pepper and lemon juice. Got to get a nice crisp iceberg lettuce and cucumber. You've had me won over till you said cucumber, and then don't forget the small triangles of brown bread. Aaron likes his cooking. I'd listen to him, Steve. Tanya saying congrats on number 4. Everyone saying congrats to Paul. Dwelling saying I'm sure it doesn't say 2. No, it doesn't say 2, mate. Everyone saying congrats. Ever the professional, Steve. I try, mate. Try my hardest. You know what? I don't know why I'm reaching over here, because I've decided that I'm not going to paint it. So I'm just going to bring the iPad here. It's easy, isn't it? Can you still hear me if I sit back? I hope so. Where are we? Philippo says, thank you, Steve, for this fantastic giveaway and for the great chat. I had a lot of fun. Thanks for coming, mate. I'm gonna hang around. I'm gonna have a beer with you. I've got to be up early in the morning, so I'll probably shoot off about 11ish. Go make myself a cup of tea before bed. But yeah, it's been great to hear from you again, Filippo, mate. I'm glad that you come back. I thought we'd lost you to the land of being an adult forever, but thankfully you come back to nerddom, which is great. Where are we? Congrats. GBHR podcast. 48 hours too late for Dan. Filippo says it worked. Aaron says to Steve, I find Iceland seafood sauce the best, or M&S if you want ultra quality. Well, that's not just any seafood sauce, is it? That's M&S seafood sauce. Made me jump. Oh, was that the fanfare? Did it make a noise? I didn't even know it made a noise. The fireworks, no, it didn't work. Did it work or didn't it work, guys? We'll tell you once our hearts start beating. Sorry if it was dead loud. Apologies. It's a tradition like no other, says Joe. Beers closing the wet palette, yes. Oh yeah, it's a tradition like no other. Yeah. It happened. I was fully confident I was going to get some skin tones on my Uruks. I'm not gonna lie. Oh well. I've had a lot of fun. That's what it's about anyway, isn't it? Aaron says, Steve, we need that for battle streams in Middle Earth for the winners. Well, I tried it for Dan. So we mentioned it on battle streams, and GBHR podcast has just said it now. Is that Dan Russell is going to be becoming part of the team over at Games Workshop. He's going to be a rules writer for Middle Earth and Blood Bowl, which is great because Dan is a ledge. Got a lot of time for Dan. He's a lovely guy. He's one of the. There's a few people in this hobby who have contributed to the reason that I'm sat here now tonight talking absolute nonsense about toys. Well, we're not even really spoke about toy soldiers, but you know what I mean. The reason why I'm here. Dan Entwistle is one of them. He is a beautiful human being. And when we mentioned it on battle streams, I tried to do that exact fanfare, and I just couldn't get it to work. I didn't know what I was doing, but obviously I nailed it tonight. It was slick that was. Reese says, yeah, worked, mate. Was loud. Was it? Apologies if it was so loud. Harry Bates says, hey buddy, how's Maggie? Maggie's okay, but she got beat up by the cat tonight. But she'll be all right. She'll be all right. Angel says, and the Insta and the Twitter. Don't know what you mean. What do you mean? Different Gear TV onto the food chat now. Yeah, we can't have a stream. Well, I can't have a stream without talking about food at some point. Tony's let me know you can still hear me leaning back. Thank you. Am I green screening? Yes, this is not behind me. So what you see there now is on that side of me. To my side, but behind me is a mess. So I green screened it. Bazu says, I want to start making terrain, but I don't know what to do about storage. Would love to see a video about it. Well, first off, welcome, Bazu. I've not seen your name in the chat before. It's great to have you. And yeah, I could do a video. So I used to have before. So where that what you see me, where the wall that's against, I had I made a board rack. So I'd made all my 4x4 boards, and I had a rack, and I'd slide them all in, and I made it here, and then I transferred it to the studio, where we've now got two. But yeah, I could do. What I'll do is I'll get a few videos out of the way first of actually building terrain and building boards, and then I'll do a story video. I think that could be a nice closure to maybe one of the first series of Top Table Terrain School. Tanya says the fireworks worked and made a noise like party poppers. See, that's just an added bonus for me. I didn't even know. Because I've got the sound off on my PC because I didn't want any sort of reverb. So when I downloaded that and copied it and green screened it, the sound was off. So maybe I should have checked that. Oh well. Reese says, how's that video with Ragnar coming along, Steve? Funny you should say that. December is the month where I will be painting Ragnar on it's probably over, I think, 3 videos, and there'll be somebody else on the videos with me. So look forward to that. You'll see that coming in December. It'll start in December. Whether you'll see all 3 videos in December, maybe not, but you'll definitely see the first one. Adam says, the land of being an adult. I remember that invite. I ran away and never looked back. Yeah, haven't we all, mate? Haven't we all? Steve says, how do you do prawn toast? It's toast, mate. With prawns on it. Dead easy. Google it. Google it. Google it. Oh, check out I Can, You Can Cook. Maybe I'll do prawn toast on that. Harry says, have you, Steve, or anyone in the chat tried the beer Negro Modelo? It's an amazing Mexican beer. I've not tried that. I've never seen that. Maybe it's not available in the UK. I'll have a look for it though. I'll take your recommendation. I do love a Moretti. Yeah, I like Moretti, so I'll drink Moretti. If I can't get Moretti, then my next beer, which is a bit odd, because I go from Italian, I go from Moretti to German to Beck's, and then probably third choice would be back to Italian Peroni. Yeah, that's my top 3. But I'll get upset if I can't get Moretti. It's just not, I like it. I do actually like Budweiser. I know it sounds a bit taxi like Budweiser, but Budweiser doesn't like me. Doesn't agree with me at all. The next day I feel terrible about Budweiser. GBHL podcast waits for a name to appear on key inspirations list. I don't know what a key inspirations list is. Is it on YouTube? I don't know. Reese says in juices. In juices. Don't know. Different Gear TV. Blitz up cut prawns, smear on toast, sprinkle with sesame seeds, then deep fry. Boom, done. It's basically fry. You'll love it. Being Scottish, you just fry it. It's fried bread with prawns on it. And I think the sesame seeds are there just because it looks a bit grim when there's not sesame seeds on it. Dwelling says, I store terrain on the tops of all the kids' cupboards. Alex Hart, no, I haven't seen that this was going to be on till just now. Well, I advertised it twice. I advertised it yesterday and today, but not to worry. This is the first of many. Sunday evenings are a good night for me because that's normally a Sunday evening is when I get to hobby a little bit at night. The only problem that I normally have is I've got work the next morning, so I've got work tomorrow, and next Sunday I've got work. I probably won't stream next Sunday because I need to get some other bits filmed, which are due out in December. But I then have a month off work, so I'm gonna be doing a lot of these. If you like them, I'll do them. If you guys keep rocking up and joining in with me, I'll keep doing them. No problem. I love doing them. I love chatting. Just talking to you guys, it's great. So I'll keep doing them. So don't worry, Alex. How you doing, big dog? I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. I'm coping. I'm looking forward to finishing work for Christmas. Since the initial lockdown, when everyone was forced to be off work, and coming back to work, I've literally not stopped. I've been working like an absolute mentalist. It's really busy, and I'm counting my lucky stars because I know not everyone's in that boat. But yeah, I'm looking forward to a break now. So I decided to take a full month off. I finish on I think it's the 11th, I think. Let me have a check. I finish on, let's have a look, December. Yeah, so I finish on Friday the 11th, and I'm not back in till, I think it's the 11th again. Yeah, Monday the 11th of January. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, I've got loads of stuff planned to film. I'm not used to having that much time on my hands. Obviously, I'll be busy. It's Christmas time, the kids and stuff like that. But I'll still have a lot more time on my hands than I normally do. Plus, I won't have 5 alarm calls, so I can be doing live streams and painting until the early hours, which is great. Can't wait. Basu says, I've been lurking a long time. I'm new to the hobby in general. And he's laughing at Dwelling's comment about hiding the boards on top of wardrobes. Well, welcome, Bazu. It's good to have you, mate. What games do you play? Middle Earth, the 40k, or anything else? Or, you know? Steve Honor says, 24 hours Ragnar painting video. It's not 24 hours. I'm really excited for this, actually, because I've never done anything like this before. I don't want to give too much away, but I think you'll like it. Joe Kelly says, forgot to tell you that after Friday stream, I went and found it. I Can You Can Cook, watched all 4 videos, liked all 4, and commented as well. And as the saying goes, it's real and it's spectacular. I Can You Can Cook is another channel that I do where I started to cook in the first lockdown, and then it came to an abrupt. Well, it didn't come to an abrupt end. It's not ended. I'm going to do some more stuff on it, but I kind of started doing it the last week of lockdown, and then was able to go to work again and didn't do anything else. But on Friday, I basically on the first this is non-gaming related. You guys are probably not going to be interested in this, but in the first lockdown, we decided we were going to redo our kitchen next year. And in lockdown, our fridge went and we had to buy a new fridge. So instead of just buying like a temporary fridge, we decided to buy the fridge that we wanted, this big American fridge freezer thing. We put it in our kitchen, but it doesn't really fit because the fridge that we had that broke was an integrated fridge. So obviously this big fridge freezer is not going to fit in there. So it's just in a corner, taking up loads of space. So we decided that we were going to do the kitchen this year, but then I went back to work and I've been too busy to do it. But we also bought our cooker, which is a big range cooker, which is currently in the garage next door, my neighbour's garage, because there's no room in my garage because it's full of this stuff. And it's been in there since summer. So he started to say, I'm not being funny, but I do need space. I do need my garage back. When are you putting your cooker in? So I'm now on Friday temporary fitting a cooker and rearranging my kitchen with the units that I've got. So who knows? You might see some I Can You Can Cook videos over Christmas. Maybe a Christmas lunch. Who knows? Who knows? Do you hope to have any painting in your Painting Ragnar videos? Possibly. Possibly. I won't be drinking, and it won't be a live stream. So yes. They won't be live. They won't be live. They're pre-recorded and edited. Ruth, good point, Ruth. I forgot about this. So Ruth's asking, when does the Christmas challenge start? So the Christmas challenge is what I decided. I'm doing a lot of stuff with my kids over Christmas while I'm off because I've got a lot of time off. And we're gonna make our own baubles for the Christmas tree. So I bought a load of clear 2-part baubles from Amazon that do that 8. You can get them in all different sizes, but I've got quite big ones, 80 centimeters, 8 centimeters, not 80. And I thought it'd be a really good idea because in mine I'm gonna do a sort of wintry, Christmassy, hobbity scene on mine to hang on the tree. And because I'm doing that, I thought it'd be a really good idea if everyone in the group got involved and kind of did either similar things to what I'm doing. It could be a bauble, it could be a diorama, it might just be a miniature painted in a Christmas theme. But I just think it's a fun way for us to all get in the mood for Christmas. Paint something that we wouldn't normally paint in a way that we wouldn't normally paint it. Conversions are massively welcomed. It is totally for fun. There's nothing up for grabs other than the fact I might do a poll and the top 3 will get sent a selection box or something, maybe a TTG mug or something like that. It's mainly for fun. It's mainly to get us all interacting and in the Christmas spirit. I'll put a post out this week, but there is a post out there. I did a little post just to gauge to see if anyone wanted to do it, and got quite good feedback. People messaged me, and I just think it'd be a bit of a laugh and a good way for us to get festive. So yes, I'll do that this week. Angel, I will task you and you, Ruth, to remind me if it's not up by Wednesday, and I will stick a hot poker up my backside and get it done. And then we'll make it official, and then we'll run it till probably a week before Christmas, so that I have enough time to do the poll and stick some selection boxes in the post and I can get to people. That'd be great. But yeah, remind me on Wednesday if it's not already up. Joe Kelly says, I told the wife I'd try to make the crispy beef next week, following your recipe. Wish me luck. Mate, that crispy beef was banging. It was pucker. And let me know if you do. Let me know how you get on. It was really nice. Try the katsu chicken as well. It's so easy and so good. Bazu says you should try some Portuguese beer, Superbrock or Sagres. I've had both Superbrock and Sagres, and yes, enjoyed them quite a lot actually. Enjoy the beer. Got to head out, says Game Ready Frank. No problem, my mate. Thank you for joining us, Frank. You've probably already gone, but thank you, mate. It was great to have you over. Sagres is quite good, says Angel. Yeah, Angel's a bit of a drinker. Key inspiration list, says GBHL podcast. You mentioned the list of elite, inspirational, and handsome people who helped you get into the hobby. Should be getting to me anytime now. What? It's too late. It's too late for me to. What does that mean? You mentioned a list of elite, inspirational, and handsome people who helped you get into the hobby. Should be getting. Well, if you're a GBHL host, you obviously are part of the reason why I do this malarkey. That goes without saying. GBHL is where it started. GBHL is what lit the fires that still burn to this day. Alex Hart says, bet you are, mate. I can't wait to finish uni for Christmas. However, got 5,500 words to hand in over Christmas break, so can't wait. Killer. Steve Bonar says, KIL list. Don't know what that means. Don't know what that means, man. What time are we on? I'm going to start wrapping up. We've got 8 minutes, I reckon. I'm going to start wrapping up, guys. Yeah, I got 500. I got 15,000 to finish off and to go. So I feel your pain, Alex, to finish off uni, says Bazu. Aaron says, I've seen your work post, Steve. Glad to see things haven't tailed off for you. Are you fairly booked up now to New Year? Yeah, mate. I stopped taking bookings about 4 weeks ago. Just because if can't plan too far ahead doing what I do, because if something happens and I run over, it has this ripple effect that just is terrible. So I always try and do it in blocks of 5 weeks. So I try and book in 4 weeks and then I have a week blank, and then book in the following 4 weeks and have a week blank, and that way if anything runs over, I've got them 7 days to add and try and catch up. But yeah, thanks. Yeah, I do notice you keep liking the posts, Aaron, so thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Alex saying, Bazu, it's pure torture. You can DIY, build your own kitchen first. Yes, exactly, Steve. Get rid of this. Why has that popped up? Bazu says, I got started with Warhammer Underworld, then discovered Middle-earth, SPG, and never looked back. It's an amazing game. I mean, other than the fact that, you know, I'm a fan of the books, fan of the films, the community's awesome. The game is great. For me, I've tried 40k. I like 40k. It's all right. You know, I've tried Age of Sigmar. It's not for me. Tried Warcry. It was all right. Tried Walking Dead. It was all right. But Middle Earth is for me the game. The game system itself is just great. I think you could put the SPG rule set in any world. You could do it at Star Wars. Star Wars seems all right. Legion. I've got a few of the miniatures. I've never played a game though. But it looks all right. Looks kind of similar. Reese says, Steve, you got to do a Crimbo dinner and pudding on I Can You Can Cook. Maybe we'll see. Aaron says, Steve, post up links to where you got the baubles from. I will do, mate. Will says, I think Steve's trying to figure out comments is the best thing in the street. Tired, man, tired. Angel says, make me sound like an alky. Never, Angel. Never, Angel. Oh my God, he's such a drunk. This must be what it's like to be Larry on a Friday. Could this be Damien O'Byrne? And I mean, if it is, he should be on Battle Streams logo, not GBHL. Really, let's be honest. Steve, do Christmas Lord of the Rings terrain? Possibly. And Bazu says, nice to meet you all. Lovely stream. It was nice for you to join us, my friend, and it's greatly appreciated. I think I'm going to call it there because it's getting on. But yeah, I've had a great night. I didn't get any painting done. Standard. Nothing. But it's a good couple of hours of streaming. I look forward to doing it again on the nights when I don't have to be up at 5:30. I won't be ending as abruptly. So yeah, a big well done to Paul Kirkham for winning the spray booth. I will contact you, Paul, and we'll arrange. I might as well just drop it into Element for you or something. Leave it at the studio and you can grab it, or I could drop it at your house. That'd be great. It's fantastic. But yeah, thanks everyone. I had a great night. Let me know what you think. And make sure if you're not subscribed, what the hell are you doing? Subscribe. Get subscribed. Get sharing these. And don't forget to get over to our other socials. So if you're not in the Facebook group, get in the Facebook group. If you're not on our Insta, get on the Insta and Twitter and everything. Discord, because Sean's going to sort it out. Apparently he's the king of Discord. He's from the old ASL days on them chat rooms. So yeah, thank you everybody. Been fantastic. I will see you if you're a patron for TTG, I'll see you in the Patreon chat for TTG. If you're a patron for Battle Streams, I'll see you in the Patreon chat for Battle Streams. If not, I will see you in the groups anyway. But please do support where you can, even if it is just sharing a video or liking a video or just spreading the word. As well as we have patrons there. Everything that you can do is greatly appreciated. We're just trying to grow a bit of a super cool community, if that's at all possible, and get more cool people in one place. I think we might have all the cool people that there is in the planet, but we want some more. So yes, that's the end for me, guys. I'll close that, go to that. I will see you all very soon. Peace and love. Take care. Stay safe.